welcome to 2 Feet In. I am so glad that you're here. I'm your host, Kimberly Ray Brown, but my friends call me Kim. So that's what I hope that you'll remember me as, your new friend. So welcome to 2 Feet In with Kim. I'm so excited about this podcast. I have been praying about it and dreaming about it for the last few years, and it is finally here. And this is a podcast where you're going to hear from a different guest every week, and it's going to be real, raw, candid conversations. And I hope that you find encouragement. I hope that when you listen, you learn something new about Jesus and about the world and honestly about yourself. Because no matter where you find yourself in your walk with God, this is a safe place where you are welcome to just come as you are. Your questions are welcome here. Your background is welcome here. Nothing in your past is too bad or too heavy or too painful to disqualify you from being a new friend of the 2 Feet In crew. So before we launch the season, I want you to hear something super important, and that is that your story matters and you matter. And I say that because there was a time in my life where I thought I wasn't good enough, where I thought that my story was too painful and too broken to share it with other people. And that's just a lie that the enemy repeats over and over and over again. And so if you've ever felt that you weren't good enough, or that your story wasn't good enough, or there's too much in your past that people wouldn't love you or welcome you, I'm here to tell you up front that that's a lie. And on this podcast, you're going to hear a lot of amazing stories that are filled with pain, addiction, trauma, grief, loss of identity. You're going to hear stories of depression and anxiety and just so much more. But the thing about these stories is they don't end there. They're also filled with hope and healing and redemption and freedom and joy. And I think that you're going to find that when you hear these stories, you too will feel the joy and the hope and the freedom along with our guests. So we're also going to talk about the topics nobody else wants to talk about. And we're going to talk about them with truth and with grace. And we're going to talk about the Bible a lot. And we'll share a lot of laughs together and probably a lot of tears too. And we're going to walk through the highs and the lows of life and navigate the in-between spaces. Because let's be honest, it is hard. Relationships are hard. Work is hard. Sometimes getting out of bed is hard. And so we're going to walk this together. We're going to journey together. The journey of learning to trust God and how to surrender to Him. This journey of jumping 2 feet in with Jesus. You see what I did there? We're going to talk about why I named this podcast 2 Feet In our very first episode. So mark your calendars for September 17th to join us for the beginning of season 1 of 2 Feet In. I couldn't be more excited, and I think that you're really going to enjoy what's to come and find yourself looking forward to 2 Feet In.